Hi guys.
And we're new to this whole camping and caravanning and going out and touring lark. And we've bought an eldest CV40, which we love in the summer, and we're just getting used to travelling. And we find ourselves this week in half term at a place called Hawes. Now, don't let your imagination run wild with you. It's a lovely, beautiful village in North Yorkshire where the Wensleydale cheese factory is.
Oh, we're looking forward to visiting
Yeah,
that.
we're going to be going there anytime soon. Today it's absolutely hammering down, so we only got here last night, so we can't do a lot today, to be honest, can we?
No.
None of the walking on the Dales, the beautiful Yorkshire Dales.
Which is a shame.
Sarah will be doing that regardless. She loves her walking, while I do studying in the van, obviously, or something important. And last night, so we had a quick walk around the village, and how beautiful is that? There's an actual waterfall in the middle of the village, right next to some houses.
Yeah,
it's just, I've never seen anything like it. The noise is lovely, that white noise you get, and it's just beautiful little shops. It's very traditional. The pubs only serve food for a couple of hours a day, and they were full to the rafters. You have to book in advance, so it's a very popular village.
Really cosy, weren't they? A lot of the pubs are really cosy we walked into.
Exactly. And this being a caravan and motorhome club site, the standards are very high. It's beautiful clean toilets and shower blocks. The pitches are lovely. You've got a lovely size for your awning and everything, and very friendly staff. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know this place a little bit better in the week. Yeah.
And also we went, we had our first meal in the village, wasn't it? The fish and chip. We found the fish and chip shop, so it was rated as a very good quality fish and chip shop.
Has a queue outside, which is regular occurrence apparently. But we managed to get a seat inside.
We did. We knew that you could sit inside, which I think is quite rare nowadays to find a fish and chip shop with seats inside. But we did get inside, didn't we? And it was so
Lovely.
nice, really good value for money. We had steak and ale pie.
Oh wow!
With really rich, meaty gravy.
No pucker pies there.
No pucker pies.
Not that I've got anything against pucker pies. If you want to send me any, but this was a homemade steak and ale.
This was so nice.
This was beautiful. The gravy even was so meaty.
Yes,
oh, I've never been so passionate about gravy. It's meaty.
So, you do love a pie, don't you?
I love a pie, and I don't have pie enough. But that was, usually you'd have fish and chips, obviously. But I had to try the pie, and I wasn't disappointed.
It was so
Make
nice.
sure you try it.
Absolutely, try it.
On our next few videos, we'll be hopefully showing you some of the sights of Hawes, how lovely it is, some of the museum, the Wensleydale Creamery, that you can go and visit and basically talk to how they make their cheese. Looking forward to that. We actually had some deep fried Wensleydale cheese in the chip shop.
Did.
Oh my god, that was nice.
That
Very
was really
rich.
Good.
Try that as well. Wasn't particularly expensive. So we'll show you some of the sights of Hawes. We're certainly looking forward to our week away, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes.
Cheers.
And here we are on the approach to the Caravan Club site in Hawes. This is a slightly speeded up video. The site is split into left and right. We were on the left, very close to the shower block. There are 119 pitches on the site, of which they're all hard standing, but some are with awning, some without awning. I find them to be the same price though. And there are 10 serviced pitches. Notice that there is no barrier on the entrance to this site, so you're told by the guys in the reception that go and find your pitch, or any pitch you can choose as long as it's what you booked, and then once you find the pitch, go back to the reception and tell the guys what number pitch you're on, and they'll give you the keys to the shower block. So there we are. I'm just looking over to the right there, and Sarah is very helpfully going to show us the washing up area. Not that I would expect her to be using that, obviously. We'll share that responsibility. There we go. Very useful when you're in a camper van. Space is a premium, obviously, so that's very useful. There we go. Very pretty site. And with the shower block here, there is also a drying room, very useful because it rained a lot while we were there. So you just leave your bag or your clothes in there overnight and they'll be dry. And there we go. I'm just having a look at our van there on looking through them two bigger motorhomes. You see, it's a very picturesque site in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. We're just enjoying some nicer weather now. It's just a 360 look round our left hand side of the site. The site also has a games room included and a large area to walk the dogs. And there we are, just on the approach to where we're pitched, which was pitch 102. We had electric hookup, and there were TV aerial boosters, so take your cable with you if you go onto this site, as the TV reception isn't all that great, being in the middle of the Dales, obviously. There, I just couldn't resist looking up at the Dales, which I did attempt to walk later on, much to my body's disgust. And we noticed that there were at least another two vehicles that were at the eldest CV range during our visit. There's our vehicle, which we've had since July, as we said earlier, and we are using it as much as possible. Eldest CV40, a 4 belted seat, 2.5 berth, because I can't class the last one as a 4 berth. We're much enjoying it. And here we are, just enjoying a lovely stroll along the beautiful town centre, High Street. There are actually 4 pubs within a very short distance of each other. In fact, there's 3 next to each other: the Fountain, the Bald Inn and the Anchor. And the White Hart Inn is just a little bit further up the road. There are also 3 or 4 other small cafes, all very good, all serving very nice comfort food, I would say. Very similar menus. I would say that the Wensleydale Pantry, which we'll show a bit later, has an extremely varied menu, satisfying most people. If you take the path up towards the church in the town centre, which is a shortcut to the small village of Gale, this is the beautiful scenery you'll be able to capture. See the church in the background now. Couldn't resist just having another look at the moors in the high street there. I think it's safe to say we'll never get tired of those views.
So here's the other side of the
I don't think we pressed play.
It's the other side, and if we go the other side, look at that.
How amazing is that? So we're just wondering what came first, the buildings or the stream with the waterfall? They built the houses around it. It's fascinating, isn't it? I mean, how amazing that, looking out your bedroom window side to side. Just lovely. So that's this is coming into the village, of course. Beautiful, isn't it?
And now we found ourselves at the Wensleydale Creamery, the home of the Wensleydale cheese empire. It's just a short walk from the town centre, and has There's a visitor centre. You can do cheese tasting. What's not to like?
There's plenty of information available about Wensleydale cheese, about how it's the original cheese of that type, and that if you buy a Wensleydale cheese, if you want the original, it has to say Yorkshire on it, apparently. There's a lovely tasting room where you can try all these lovely artisan cheeses, some with ginger, some with onion, or the more traditional types, the more crumbly versions. And here you could actually spy through to the factory where you could see them basically doing a little Miss Muffet and separating the curds and whey, apparently.
And we're just going to let that stop swirling around for a moment. And I'm going to start this one other thing. And again, as I say, I will give you the full rundown on what is going on here in a little while. Just need that to do that. And pop over the top of that one. We can ignore it for a minute or two. So, there we go. Well, bear in mind I seem to have met most of you already. It seems a bit dark to do it, but the first thing is to say good afternoon. And it is only, don't worry, it is only that interactive. You can go back to sleep now if you want. So, I am Tim. I'm going to take you through the process this afternoon of how we turn that 8 pints of milk, that gallon of milk, which is 4.5 litres, because you probably know what that means. Mainly because it looks like this. So, here we go. I just think we're safe to pick it up now and give it a swirl. So I'm just going to swirl that to allow that liquid to drain through. And although it does look quite grim, this is gold dust, because this is going to become our Wensleydale cheese. And it does look like we're not getting a huge return from that gallon of milk, but you know, it is like all the best things in life. It takes you 6 pints of water to make 1 pint of beer, a gallon of milk to make a pound of cheese. I'm okay with that as a return, if I'm entirely honest. So, just swirl that and swirl that a bit more. I thought they were coming around for a second loop. Obviously not. You can see how that ready is just binding that all together into one great big lump, which I'm going to give that a little bounce, pop it in there. There's still quite a lot of liquid in that, so what I'm going to do is just cut it through, break it up, and we get those lovely fluffy sort of pale golden curds that we're going to turn into a little Wensleydale. But we do have this slight problem to deal with. This is the
And after that lovely demonstration, which I really enjoyed, and he actually did produce a very 1 pound slab of Wensleydale cheese in about half an hour, we visited the shop where you can go on and taste some of the wares. Plenty of gifts there. There's a lovely cafeteria attached to that as well, where you can try. I think we had the cheese on toast with 2 types of Wensleydale cheese. Oh my god, that was nice.
So here we are, Sunday lunch, a late lunch actually, and we're in Wensleydale Country in the village of Hawes. Just so pretty, such a beautiful village, it really is. This is a great place. It's like, I feel like going back in time, it really is. I mean, it's superb. You find your table, then you make a note of the number, go up and order your food, and we're going for the roast beef with not only just roast and a couple of veg, but 3 veg and roast and cream potato. How amazing. And oh my god,
And the homemade desserts.
and homemade desserts are what to die for. Oh my god, it takes me back in time. There's a homemade trifle here, which my nan used to make for us quite often on the weekend. Just delicious. Hopefully I'm not going to be too full that I can tuck into a helping of one of those. And it's a great place, so I'll come back and report what the roast is like, but no doubt again good value for money here for a roast, 3 veg, roast beef, cream potatoes, roast potatoes, 3 veg, £13.50, not bad at all. And it looks delicious actually, looking at the tables around us. So yeah, that's us, our first lunch in the village of Hawes. See you later.
These are the falls in the small village of Gale, just a short walk from Hawes. More beautiful scenery. And when it had brightened up a little bit, I needed to sit down after all this walking. I think I found my new home.
So now we find ourselves at the Hardraw?
Hardraw
Waterfall.
waterfall.
In a village called Hardraw near Hawes. It's about a mile as the crow flies, but the walk, all uphill, feels like you've walked a marathon. Well, it does to me, to Sarah it's nothing.
That's fantastic.
Cool. It's up hills that you wouldn't believe. Beautiful though, absolutely beautiful,
And there's
peaceful.
another history to this, isn't it? This is England's highest single drop waterfall, set within 15 acres of wooded grounds in Upper Wensleydale.
Lovely. And this actual privately owned waterfall, Hardraw waterfall, with a little tea shop here, which is the entrance, is famous for the scene in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the Kevin Costner 90s movie where the bathing scene was filmed at the waterfall. And we'll take some shots of that when we see you shortly. Thank you.
It's worth pointing out that there's an upper walk and a lower walk, so make sure you do both if you visit this attraction. It's £4 for an adult, and there are concessions, and children under 5 are free, I believe.
So this is the waterfall in Hardraw Falls.
And a visit to the pub is in order after all of that. This is the White Hart. A very busy dinner service. Only serving food twice a day, most of the pubs, between 12 and 2 and 5 and 8:30 you'll find.
One of my favourite beers.
This is the Dales Country Museum. Showing the life and how people over the ages have survived in the Dales. Spent a few hours here. This is a depiction of a working mine, even with sound effects, if you can hear them, they're dripping. Outside, as part of the tour, continues through the carriages of this old steam train. This is still part of the trail in the external part of the Dales Country Museum. There are some sculptures by local artists of some local animals. I do often think about all these lovely villages that are now cut off from the railway lines due to the cuts that occurred in the 50s or 60s. Hawes was on this beautiful line, and this museum is based at the actual station, Victorian station. Now, after a very steep walk, this is a village called Sebusk, and this is a place we found, a gem of a place, the Stonehouse Hotel. You must visit here. It's a lovely walk from Hawes, especially if you're at the Caravan and Motorhome Club site. It's a must do. We spent a lovely afternoon here on our last day. It's a hotel, but you can eat here as long as they're not overstretched basically with the covers. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly hope you enjoy a visit to Hawes. We certainly enjoyed it, and we'll be going back as soon as we can.